A Christmas diary of disasters. A true account of our family Christmas when Alex was 7 and Katie was 5. And Darth Vader, the angel, was looking over us. Saturday the 15th of December, party day! Today we will be hosting our first party without kids since before Alex was born. Alex and Katie are going to sleep over with friends Kath, Michael, Laura and John. Ian is preparing mountains of food and a huge pot of mulled wine. Later. Shit, I'm a bad mom. I headed over to sleep over with kids on the bikes, and to save time, I stupidly put Katie on my bike carrier. With 100 metres to go, I hear a crack, a scream, and we fall off. Katie had put her foot through the back wheel, and her heel looked bad. Sit, stunned on the pavement, cuddling Katie until ambulance arrives. We are taken to the sick kids hospital. Good news, doctor thinks Katie's tendon is okay and sends us home. Bad news, they want to operate under general anaesthetic tomorrow. They will thoroughly clean out the wound and stitch it back up. Going to be a long night. Party cancelled, but at least we have 6 litres of mulled wine to see us through the days ahead. Sunday the 16th, theatre. We had a family ticket booked for the Traverse Theatre. So Ian took Alex, Laura and John out for pizza, followed by Jock and the Beanstalk, whilst Katie and I spent the day in hospital. Katie's little operation went well, but she was very upset to be missing the show and very confused when staff asked, how did the theatre go? The physiotherapist said that if Katie could put her toes on the floor and try to walk, holding onto my hand, then she could go home. She managed to do this, but as soon as the physiotherapist was gone, she refused to put her toes back on the floor. Monday the 17th, Uncle Andy arrives, laden with 2 large bags with all his essentials, laptop, camera, etc., but not enough clean underwear. Katie off school today. By the end of the day, she was able to hop after her friend Rosie. I finally got some ice on my swollen ankle. It got quite a jolt when we fell off the bikes as my shoes were attached to the pedals. Tuesday the 18th, back to school. Limp the kids to school with Alex helping me to pull Katie along on her scooter. The teacher, Miss Saunders, looks alarmed at the prospect of having Katie back and sends me to see the headmaster. Agreed that Katie would stay inside at breaks and her friends could take turns to keep her company. The car started to jerk and stall, and for once it was nothing to do with Ian's driving. Kath, Michael, Laura and John visit to help eat up the party food. The microwave spectacularly catches fire. No, I didn't put anything metal in it. Wednesday the 19th, out of date bargains. Uncle Andy makes himself at home, stocking up our fridge with his latest bargains. 2 tubs of coleslaw, used by the 19th of December. Only he likes coleslaw. Thursday the 20th, poorer and colder. Felt somewhat poorer after taking the car to the garage, but it was reassuring to know that we had a working car should we need to make an emergency visit. But one thing after another. Now the boiler has broken down. No central heating or hot water. The boiler man did a temporary fix and promised to order a new part and come back on Christmas Eve. Bless him. Uncle Andy escaped to Glasgow for 2 days. It seemed quiet without him. Friday the 21st. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Katie and I catch up on the theatre trip to see Jock and the Beanstalk. Katie was very taken with the catchphrase, fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the stink from a smelly boy's bum. Ian was greeted with suspicion when he exchanged our burnt microwave for a new one at Argos. Are there people who deliberately set fire to their microwave a few days before the guarantee expires? Saturday the 22nd. Drowned mouse. Bad fortune extends to the non-human inhabitants. A mouse found drowned in our toilet. Ian said, serves it right for trying to tap dance around the pan. This was not the first time we've had a suicidal mouse at Christmas time. The one that short-circuited our oven had a crisp end. Alex only noticed this one after starting his morning wee, which definitely added to Ian's pleasure at fishing it out. Uncle Andy returns, but not impressed that I have thrown out half of his out-of-date coleslaw to make room for our mega food shopping. To my horror, he tries to retrieve it from the bin. Gran arrives too, but fortunately, she doesn't try to take over the fridge. The boiler finally gives up the ghost completely. The children help decorate the tree and probably sneakily eat some of the chocolate decorations, since later Katie is copiously sick in bed. Sunday the 23rd. Oh joy. Little girl, sheets, blanket and pillow all covered in sick with no boiler. We wrap up Katie's foot in a plastic bag and give her a shower. I escape into town for 2 hours, 20 minutes to do my Christmas shopping. At 1 o'clock, we all meet up at the film house for the Raymond Briggs triple bill. Father Christmas, the Snowman and the Bear. Great entertainment. Katie has a mega nosebleed at bedtime, but otherwise a fairly good day. Has the jinx run its course? Christmas Eve, Karate Kid. The boiler man takes over the kitchen. Unfortunately, 2 hours later, he discovers that the new part doesn't fit. Meanwhile, Alex decides to demonstrate some karate moves to Gran, throws himself off the sofa and lands awkwardly on his arm. After encouraging him to lie on the bed with his arm on ice for about half an hour, we decide that this is another case for the Sick Kids Hospital. Uncle Andy senses that it isn't the best time to ask to do some washing and heads off to the laundrette. The boiler man leaves saying he will come back on Friday with correct part. At hospital, the X-ray revealed 2 fractured bones in Alex's wrist, but remarkably, the doctors predicted that they'll take only 3 weeks to heal. Thanks to the ice preventing any swelling, they were able to fit a cast immediately. I am disappointed that you can't draw on these modern casts though, as I have a caricature of Alex as the Karate Kid in mind. But hey ho, Alex seems happy enough with the blue colour he chose. Meanwhile, Andy arrived 30 minutes late to pick up his washing to find the laundrette closed. Shame. How many underpants did he have left? Panic! Ian hasn't laughed so much for days. In the afternoon, friends came to visit and we played charades, had an early tea, and then we all went to the Christingle service at the church for some well-deserved peace and reflection. Christmas Day. A beautiful, crisp, sunny day, and Santa has most definitely been. Presents left in stockings and under the tree. Fortunately, nobody noticed this fact until 7:30. Santa and Rudolph have polished off 1 mince pie, 1 glass of wine, a carrot and some porridge oats. Great day. Opened a few presents and then went to the zoo, where we fed the rainbow parakeets and watched an owl, vulture and hornbill being trained. Returned home to open more presents whilst the Christmas dinner cooked. Ian's chestnut stuffing and my Christmas pudding and brandy butter were perfect. A day free from more broken appliances, injuries, suicidal mice or puking kids. Definitely a Merry Christmas.